So let's talk business, eh? Tonight's the night.
What?
Don't say what, it's rude. You know perfectly well what I mean. You've got to pick up a little bit of merchandise for me.
You can forget it. I'm not doing anything for you.
Oh, listen to little goody two-shoes. Scared of straying off the straight and narrow in case she gets into trouble.
That's not the reason.
You don't know what trouble is, Rogers, yet. But you will, if you don't do as you're told.
Get away from me! I'll kill you! Oh, for God's sake, do something!
Now, you listen to me, Warren. There are big things that you have to learn about how things are run in this place. Now, I call the shots, right? No one else. Just make sure you remember that in future. She's all yours.
First I thought aerobics had something to do with flying.
What we all need now is a lovely sauna and spa.
Are you kidding? What I need's a wheelchair. I've had it.
It was fun though, wasn't it?
You think we'll all end up looking like Jane Fonda?
Oh, who cares? All I'm interested in is dinner. I'm so hungry I could eat my own feet.
That's not the idea,
You know, I'm a fan.
Oh, Rabbit, you should have been there. It was a real hoot. Jude looked to scream in her get-up. You should have seen her trying to do the side bend. She got stuck. Marlene, are you all right? Jeez, Marlene, one minute we can't shut it up, next minute you're dead silent. It's not the end of the world, you know, just because you can't see your mum. At least you got one. You coming to eat or not?
Not hungry.
Stuff you then. Starve if you want, but don't go stealing my biscuits in the middle of the night.
Where Marlene is, I want to thank her for my aching body.
She's got the sulk, said she wasn't hungry.
Yeah. Poor kid, she was really looking forward to seeing her mum.
Come on, Jude, she's a big girl now.
Yeah, maybe, but she hasn't been in this dump for long. She probably finds it very hard despite all the gagging.
It isn't easy for any of us. Is it, Rachel?
No, it isn't.
Not hungry, love? Is something wrong?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
But they're not talking about the weather.
Seems like we put Warren off her tucker.
Just don't invite me to your next bash, all right?
What for? You're no bloody help.
Yeah, well, you got Alison Lou for that.
So you're just along for the ride, are you?
Look, I'm smart, and you know it.
Well, you're going to get a chance to prove that very soon. Because I've done a little deal with a freak.
I trusted her as far as I could spit.
Well, she won't be playing any games this time. The stakes are too high.
Oh, yeah, like what?
Like getting Reno out and getting Ferguson in her chair.
Come on, Winter. She'd make life hell in here.
Seems like you're not so smart. If Ferguson makes governor, she's going to owe it all to me. And I won't let her forget that. She might be sitting in the chair, but I'm going to be calling the shots.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. She's going to want a smooth run to impress the department. And we're going to give it to her. For a price.
Well, school doesn't seem to have spoilt your appetite. How'd you go?
Woodwork class was okay. Hey, guess what the teachers call?
What?
Dead man. Reckon I will be making his coffins for stiffs.
Yeah, well, I suppose someone's got to do it.
Yeah. Reckons I'm pretty good. Could probably make a coffee table.
Well, maybe you can work your way up to a new dining set, eh? Could do with one.
Could probably do it now if old dead man would show me.
Yeah. Shane!
Hey, what are you doing?
No smoking.
You are?
You are 11. Nearly.
Dad let me smoke at home.
Oh, well, if it's that important, you better go back. Now, listen, when you're 16, then you can decide. Until then, and while you're here, it's not on. Wish I'd never started.
And how come you're still doing it?
All right? Make a deal with you. We'll both quit. And no cheating.
Bet you'll sneak one at work.
I could well say the same about you at school. Got a deal?
Okay.
Good. That's where I've been so lucky with Harry. There's never been anything we couldn't discuss or work out together.
I know exactly what you mean. Rick was like that. Easy to talk to right from the start.
You sound as though it's over. Is that from him, dear?
Yeah. He wants to come and see me, but I don't see the point.
Why not? You're lucky he cares that much. Well, you just wouldn't want him to walk away because you're in trouble.
Yes, but we really didn't know each other well enough to know if we were in love.
But if he came to see you,
No.
if you talked...
No, I don't want him to feel he has to come, and he would. He's that sort of person. He'll meet someone else.
And so will you. Oh, when you get to my age, you don't look for miracles. And yet, it happened. I met Harry. My first marriage was a good one, Rachel, but Harry's very special. I miss him so much.
Well, maybe you'll be back together soon if your appeal's successful.
I do hope so, dear. If I know my Harry, he'll move heaven and earth to get me out of here.
Guess there just aren't enough Harrys and Ricks to go round.
I was terribly upset when my first husband died. Oh, heaven knows he'd suffered long enough, poor soul. But I learned one very important thing, Rachel. Hearts don't break. Oh, they come pretty close, all right. I know how you feel. And when you get out, you'll find someone who's right for you. And I just hope they'll be as wonderful as my Harry.
Mum. The pains. They've gone. I think it's over.
Don't. God, I feel like I've woken up with someone else's muscles and none of them are mine. Oh, Marlene, who did that to you?
It's a toothache.
Come off it, that's one hell of a nasty toothache.
Marlene, who was it?
Don't bother asking, she won't tell.
What happened to you, Warren?
Got a toothache, Mrs. Barry.
Oh, come on. I think there's a little bit more to it than that. Warren?
It's true, my face always swells up like this.
Well, we'll have to take you to see Sister, won't we?
I'd rather not, thanks. But Mrs. Barry, I'd really like to work in the kitchen today if I could. The steam and stuff in the laundry might hurt my face.
All right, I'll see what we can arrange.
Thanks.
Now, come along, ladies. Hurry it up, please.
Toothache, my fault. Shut up.
Yeah, you know there's a lot of steam and stuff in the kitchen. Is there somebody in the laundry doesn't like you?
Will you lay off, Jude?
Okay, I just want you to know they've got a friend if you need one.
Thanks.
Barry, I've run out of soap. Do you think you could lend me some, Marlene?
Would you please hurry up, ladies?
You're learning, Rabbit. But just remember this. One word about me or Ferguson, and you won't get out of here alive. You got it?
Hi, Heather. It's a beaut morning, eh?
Oh, terrific.
How was the heavy date?
What?
Well, last night. Have a good time?
Oh,
What's up?
my brother Mark had an accident on his bike last night.
Oh, poor lad. Was he badly hurt?
No, he was very lucky. Car forced him off the road. He got off with a few bruises, but his bike was a write-off.
The driver didn't stop?
No.
What, did he get his number?
Not a hope.
God, miserable bugger. Fancy not even stopping. Well, he probably had a skinful and didn't want to tangle with the law. You should still report it, though. He could at least give the police details of the time and place, and you never know. They might get lucky and turn up a witness.
I doubt it. It's best just to forget it.
But you can't just let it go at that.
Look, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Look, Heather, I thought you and I were getting along pretty well. You know, learning the ropes together. It seems to me somewhere along the line I've put my foot in it.
Oh, don't be silly.
Look, if I've upset you, I'd like to know why, and we're straightening it out.
Look, it's got nothing to do with you. It's just... Look, I'm just upset about Mark, that's all. Can we talk about something else?
Okay.
How's Meg? I suppose she's still pretty shaken after yesterday.
She's taking over the night shift. Mrs. Reynolds thought she could do with a bit of extra time to get back on her feet.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you later.
I forgot my breakfast. I thought I'd buy myself some barley sugar.
Instant energy, eh? Well, you probably need it. Got a feeling we're in for a bit of action today.
What makes you say that?
Just a hunch. I'm not often wrong.
Come on, Rabbit, what's the matter? That's not a toothache, and you're not yourself.
Want to bet? I just need warming up in the mornings, that's all. In fact, Miss Milsom, I hear you're a pretty dab hand in the kitchen, so tonight's question should be right up your alley. Answer correctly and you'll get the car plus a wonderful week on latrine duty. And the question is, when is a leak?
Put that down, will you, and get on with your work? Go on, feel the pain.
Timber!
For heaven's sake. First I get that loony Mason, and then I get you.
Just lucky, I guess, Mrs. O.
You're a shilling short, you know, that's what it is. Now, pick 'em up and clean 'em.
Hey, it's so cold in here, it's snowing. Look, Rach, Edna, Mrs. O, it's snowing just like on the Christmas card.
Oh, no.
How about a Christmas carol?
What's the matter with you? Now, clean that up.
I was only having a bit of fun.
I'm warning you, my girl, you won't have any fun in solitary, which is where you're heading. Why can't you take a leaf out of Rachel's book? Easy to see you know your way around the kitchen and how to behave in it.
I was going to study home economics before I came here.
Just a pinch of mixed herbs, I think.
Oh, right, Mrs. O'Reilly.
You're new to me. What's your name again?
Pearson. Edna Pearson.
Oh. I've read about you. You're the poisoner. Well, I can't have you in here preparing food. Leave that alone immediately.
Mrs. O'Regan, that's not fair. Edna's innocent.
Yeah, husband's even getting an appeal for her. He wouldn't do that if he thought she tried to bump him off, would he?
I am innocent, Mrs. O'Regan.
That's not what the papers said. And you are in prison, aren't you? I won't have the poisoner in my kitchen. Goodness knows there's plenty in here don't deserve to go on breathing God's clean air. But just the same, they've got their rights. And I'll not see anyone poisoned by food from my kitchen.
Tastes pretty poisonous anyway, usually.
You watch your tongue, young lady. I'm going to see the governor and have you taken off kitchen duties immediately.
Oh.
And don't you touch any food while I'm gone, do you hear? And I might just have a little word about you while I'm there. Now, you clean up your mess. You can help her. I'll finish the rissoles myself when I get back.
We're looking for you, Winter. What the bloody hell's going on?
Now, that's no way to talk to your business partner. Something bothering you?
You know very well what's bothering me. My brother's accident. He could have been killed.
Of course he could have. Well, that's the point. It was just a little reminder of what might happen if you don't come through with the stuff. Well, come on, hand it over. Unless you want an audience. Good. That didn't hurt a bit, did it? Won't even bother you next time?
There won't be a next time.
No?
I've kept my part of the bargain. Now you keep your friends away from my family.
Look, nobody wants to hurt your kid brother or your old lady, and nobody will. As long as you're a good little girl.
I've told you.
I told you, and I do the telling. You want that precious family of yours to stay in one piece. You jump when I give the order. Miss Rogers.
But how could anyone possibly poison the food in a prison kitchen?
Edna, you're missing the point.
I've never poisoned anyone in my whole life. I honestly wouldn't have the faintest idea of how to go about it.
I'm sorry, Edna, but you'll just have to accept the fact that some people panic at the idea of poison. You probably think Mrs. O'Regan's irrational, but she's got a very difficult job to do here, and she does it surprisingly well. We certainly don't want to lose her.
But don't you see what this means? The women have been so good. They've all accepted me. And the fact that I'm innocent. If I'm banned from the kitchen, they'll start to wonder.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. The work rosters are changed every day. We'll just move you to laundry duties this afternoon.
Why won't people believe me?
Well, hopefully your appeal will clear up doubts once and for all. Anyway, at least your husband has complete faith in you. That must be a great comfort.
Harry knows the truth. And that's what really matters.
What an old sourpuss. Fancy kicking Edna out like that.
Yeah, I can't imagine her hurting a fly, let alone poisoning anyone.
We ought to teach O'Regan a lesson.
Marlene, you're in enough trouble as it is. Don't push your luck.
Got an idea. Watch this.
What is it? What's the matter? She's sick?
I think I've been poisoned.
What's she been eating?
I only had a teensy weensy little taste.
What did I tell you? Get the nurse. No, the doctor. Get a basin quick. I don't want her being sick all over my clean kitchen.
Oh, the pain. The pain.
Somebody do something. Where does it hurt?
Hurts like hell here when I laugh.
Why, you little besom.
Oh, come on, don't do you, Charlie. We're just trying to show you that Edna wouldn't poison anyone.
That's it. You've gone too far this time.
Oh, where's your sense of humour, Mrs. O?
I lost it the day they started sending me lunatics like you to work in my kitchen. Well, you won't be working here again.
Oh, what a shame. And I was just learning to love peeling little spuds and gouging their cute little eyes. Oh! Look, you don't report me, and I won't tell everyone what you put in your rissoles.
That does it. This time I will tell the governor.
It's only a joke.
I've got a feeling this one's going to backfire in a big way, Marlene.
Why isn't Marlene serving?
Oh, got herself into strife with Mrs. O'Regan. I think she reported it to the governor.
Well, as if she isn't in enough trouble. Did she say who bashed her?
Who guesses, Winter or the freak should be getting it heavy from both sides.
Oh, she was full of beans in the kitchen in spite of her toothache.
Yeah, and if that's a toothache, I'm screwed.
What a bummer Mrs. O kicked you out of the kitchen, Edna. You missed all the fun.
I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. She's as mad as a hatter.
But she thinks I'm guilty.
Yeah, and she reckons I'm mad.
Oh, well, sometimes she's right.
Heard from Reno yet?
No. Hope she doesn't put me back in the laundry.
Why? You scared Winter will get at you again?
No, I just like it better in the kitchen.
Oh, come on, Marlene. Eat up or you'll miss out.
Yes, Mrs. Barry.
Hey, Warren. Over here. You deaf or something? Sit. How's your toothache?
Oh, it's better. I've almost forgotten about it.
That's very smart. I've decided you might be useful. I've organised a few little jobs for you.
Oh, well, I think you'd be better off with someone else, you know. I get really nervous. I probably stuff everything up. I get mixed up when I get nervous.
Yeah, well, I said you might be useful. I didn't say you could eat with us. Get lost.
Heaven's sake, Marlene, will you stop jumping about and sit down?
She wanted to borrow a fag. I didn't have any left.
Oh, please. You don't even smoke.
You can't be serious. She's even dumber than Mason.
That's right. That's just why we might need her. And when we do, I'll make sure she's going to come running.
Try and eat something, love. You've had nothing for a couple of days.
I'm sorry for everything.
Well, you got through it. That's the main thing.
And it took a lot of guts, too.
Wasn't much fun for you two either. Didn't know there was pain like that. For a while, I really wanted to die, just so long as it'd stop.
And you'd only been on that stuff a couple of months. Imagine what it was doing to your body.
When you're on it, you don't think about that. You just want to feel good and get through the day.
Yeah, well, look, Kay, the worst is yet to come. I mean, most kids go straight back on it.
Mum, I'm never going to go back on it, not now that I know.
Well, that's easy to say. But there are going to be plenty of people around trying to change your mind on that.
I won't even be around the scene. I'm going to go home to Alan. He'll help. I know I didn't listen to him before, but it's been a pretty rough lesson up here.
Wish I could be there too.
You can trust me, Mum. I won't let you down. Not after what you've done.
It's going to take a lot of willpower to keep that promise.
Mum kept hers. She said she'd help me somehow, and she did. If she can do it, I can do it.
I have given it a lot of thought, Mrs. Reynolds. I'm just not cut out for this job.
I don't agree. I know you've had the usual teething problems, and women can't help testing new officers, especially young ones. But Meg seems to think you're doing very well, and I value her opinion.
Oh, she's been very kind to me. Well, I'm sorry. I've made up my mind.
Are you sure there isn't something more behind this, something more specific? Miss Ferguson can be very strict with new officers sometimes. Has that been a problem?
No, Mrs. Reynolds.
Heather, I want you to give it at least 2 more weeks. If you still feel the same way after that, then I'll arrange for you to leave immediately. I've got a feeling you could see things quite differently by then.
I doubt that. I'll just be wasting your time and the department's money.
That's for me to decide. And if you have got a problem you feel you can't discuss at the moment, then I want you to know you can come and talk to me any time you want to.
All right, then. I'll give it one more go. Thank you, Mrs. Reynolds.
Not at all, Heather. I'd hate to lose you.
What does it say exactly?
An escaped prisoner bashed and robbed the owner of a milk bar. And then it goes on to say how you escaped from Wentworth.
And some bright reporter has decided I'm the one doing the bashing and the robbing.
Mum, I'm worried. It says here that the police have been told to treat you as dangerous and to shoot if necessary.
Oh, don't worry, love. It's just their way of luring the bird back into the cage.
You still have to go back.
So do I.
I'll write. And I'll come and see you as often as they'll let me.
I'd like that. Feel up to making me a coffee?
Sure. I'll join you.
Mrs. Reynolds, please. No, it's personal. Mrs. Reynolds? Myra Desmond.
Myra?
Yes. Look, I just wanted you to know that it's not me doing those things that are in the paper.
I believe you. You do realize that you're making it more difficult for yourself every day you stay out. Where are you?
I can't tell you that. But, Mrs. Reynolds, I give you my word. I'm going to give myself up. I just need a few more hours, that's all.
How is Kay?
She's okay. Now.
I'm glad. Look, Myra, you're taking a terrible risk. I'll let the police know that you're coming back, but that won't stop them looking for you. And if they find you first...
Myra, are you crazy?
Tomorrow, I promise.
Who are you talking to?
Myra was...
Well, one thing's clear, though. Bernard did have the films at the time you attacked him.
Oh, my God. Anyone could have them now. Guess it won't be long before we find out who. Good money in porn scandals.
I wouldn't lose heart yet. I've got Freddie following up a couple of leads. And they both point to Roland.
Oh, that little bastard. I might have guessed. You get him on the phone and you tell him he'd better be here tomorrow.
Now, wait a minute. You're not going to gain anything by blowing your stake at that little weasel. Just hang on.
Just
till I
tell
can-
him to be here, right?
You sure that's the right knob, Judy?
It's not doing nothing now. It's going faster.
I wish you'd hurry up because my bloody eyes are going skew-balled.
Look, I'm doing the best I can. Now what's it doing?
Saying,
Oh, stupid bloody thing, I give up.
Let me have a go. You've been pussyfooting around so long.
watch out for that
it
dicky
shows
knob.
nearly over.
Oh, you stupid bloody mole. Now what are we going to do?
I don't know what you're going to do, but I've got more constrictive things to do than sit around listening to you lot complain because you can't mend a bloody telly.
Constrictive?
She's incredible.
I'm surprised someone hasn't killed her by now, you know?
Bloody painting a bum.
Oh, come on, kid. Let's see how you lose at blackjack.
I'm going to rip the sleeves off this and put them with that patch skirt I got. And with the gear you've got, it should be fabulous fashion for
Yeah, look, just do me a favour, will you? Together. Oh, looks as though her visit wasn't too good. What the hell are you doing?
Oh, I'm just making something out of this. I used to make some fabulous stuff out of the gear I had at home.
Yeah, well, some of this gear could get you put on a charge, you know?
Oh, no, I'm not worried about that. By the time I'm through with it, they won't even recognise it.
Honestly, Marlene, it's no wonder you get yourself into so many scrapes. If you only had
Hey,
5 minutes to
Edna,
work
quick, it's your old man. Hey, turn it up, Rach, quick.
I'm concerned. The whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. Now, you tell me, why would a sweet lady like that try and poison me? My Edna and I have the sort of marriage you only read about in books. It's just tearing me apart to think of her shut away behind those cold grey walls for a crime she never committed. I want my Edna back, and I won't rest until I get her back.
Thank you, Mr. Pearson. Well, listeners,
He's
it's
really
a tragic
pulling
story.
for you, love.
Go on, say.
I'm surprised they didn't let you off on his testimony alone. He sounds so sincere.
Must be nice having a bloke like that looking out for you.
It is, dear. It's the only thing that's kept me going these past dreadful weeks, dear Harry. Oh, poor Harry. How he must be suffering.
Oh, thank God. That's wonderful news. You know, I've had this little niggling worry that Myra might change her mind about coming back.
I know. I did too. She's a smart lady, though. At least now she's coming back, the police might calm down a bit too. But what about you? You sure you don't want to get to know the miss? That was a pretty grueling experience you went through yesterday.
No. That's one of the reasons I want to work. Takes my mind off it.
Anything on Tracy yet?
No, the police are watching the airports. I think she might have left the country.
No, well, she could certainly afford to with your savings in her pocket. Very little chance you'll ever see that again, I suppose, even if they do catch her.
Oh, no, that's one worry I don't have. The Building Society have admitted fault and are going to replace it.
That's good news. In fact, I think I'd better leave. That's my second lot in one afternoon. Don't want to push my luck. Bye.
Bye.
Shane! G'day, Nick. How are you? Hey, where is that monster? Where's he gone? All right, I get the message. Here you go. Come on. Come on. Off you go.
Guess what? Lee's all for the show now.
Why, that's lovely, dear.
Yeah, she's lending us all the dresses and everything. Picture of Harry, eh?
Yes, I always keep it with me.
Geez, he must be a nice bloke. You know, I reckon my dad would do exactly the same if my mum were in the same boat. If she said she didn't do it, he'd believe her.
Oh, some men will believe anything you tell them. They're so gullible. I mean, take Harry, for instance.
What do you think of this, then, eh?
Marlene, did you hear what I just said?
Oh, yeah, sure. Do you reckon I should turn like this?
Oh, that's really nice, dear. Very nice.
Stop it, you stupid mutt. How? You think I've been gone a week?
Shane, in here.
G'day.
Now, young man, where have you been all night? You know I have been worried sick about you.
Why? I was all right.
I wasn't to know that. Spent the entire night phoning hospitals thinking there'd been an accident.
Yeah, well, here I am. Nicky been all right?
Shane, don't try and sidetrack me. Now, where were you?
With me mates.
Where with your mates?
Just in the city. How
Wow, I don't know why you're making such a fuss. We do it all the time. We just play the pennies and stuff.
And what do you do for money?
We manage. Oh, come on, what's the big deal? Geez, Dad didn't care. As long as I showed in time to buy his paper and fags.
Well, I am not your dad. And while you live in this house, you live by the rules. And there will be no more nights out on the town, believe me. If you want to see your mates, you invite them here.
God, you gotta be kidding.
I wouldn't count on that. Now, I'm running late as it is. You can just wait until tonight to hear what punishment I've got in store for you, and you had better be here.
Oh, get stuff. You're not me, Mum. You can't tell me what to do.
Well, if you don't like it, you can leave. It's your choice.
Yeah, right.
Okay? You better get ready for school. Your breakfast's on the table.
School? But I'm buggered.
You should have thought of that last night.
Jeez, what a bummer.
Hey, everybody, guess what I got from maternity?
A baby for Mitchell.
Oh, well, congratulations, Maury. That'll get you the Bitch of the Year award. What'd you get, love?
Renee gave it to me. She doesn't need it anymore. Said we can use it in the fashion parade. Good, eh?
Good for what? It's a bloody maternity dress.
Oh, yeah, but we can put something around the hips and flop it over to look real good. Juju could wear it.
Yeah, speaking of flops, it'd really suit you, Bryant.
Edna, do you reckon you could run some gathering around here?
Oh, yeah. How is it that I haven't been asked to model anything? That's what I'd like to know.
Geez, with your bung legs, you'd probably fall off the catwalk.
Oh, it's the same old story. You get old and you get thrown on the scrap heap and forgotten.
Oh, I don't think anyone could ever forget you, Dot.
My dad reckons old people shouldn't just get pensioned off. He reckons they've got a lot to offer the young ones coming up.
Oh, must be a real nice fella, your dad.
Yeah, he is. Him and Harry make a good pair. I was telling Edna last night, and she...
Do you think this gathering will be low enough down?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you should have seen this one last night. Parading round like Cleopatra. I'd say with a few lessons, he wouldn't be too bad, dear.
Yeah? Gee, speaking of lessons, get over here, Warren. Move it. Well, all right, you lot, stop gawping. This is between Bugs Bunny and me. Get back to work.
What do you want?
I got a nice little job lined up for you this afternoon.
Yeah, well, I've got jobs already.
No buts. Got it, Warren? You okay now?
Oh, Mum, I just wish...
So do I.
Well, I finally managed to coax old Maud back into life. She's groaning a bit, but I think she'll make it.
Maybe she'll break down and we'll have to stay another day.
Oh, she wouldn't dare, not with VIPs on board. Everybody ready?
Yeah. Come on. You want to wait in the car, love? I want to have a talk to Wally.
Sure. That'll give me a chance to put a spatter in Maud's works.
Get out of here.
Good to see her back to her old self. There's a time there I didn't think she was going to make it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. She's one of the lucky ones.
What makes them do it, Wal?
Oh, I don't know. Kicks, pressure, a way out. Whatever it is, it's usually at the beginning of the end. It's a hell of a way to go.
Look, if things get on top of her again, I'm not going to be around. And...
Oh, come on, don't start talking like that. I mean, that kid's been to hell and back, you know. She's too smart to go that way again.
That's what I thought. I wanted someone else to say it out loud.
Well, she'll be right. I mean, think of all the things she's got going for her. She's got a brother who cares for her. I'm around in case she needs me. But above all, she's got one hell of a mother who's pulling for her and she knows it.
You're one hell of a friend, you know. I owe you a lot. I don't know where to start to thank you.
Come on, let's get this Mutual Admiration Society on the road. But you can praise me all the way down the mountain.
Mad bugger.
Look at him, backstabbing little faggot.
Hey, I think I better remind you, no physical contact.
Don't worry. I wouldn't dirty my hands.
Oh, that's good. I don't have to call on my first aid this early in the day.
Lee Pops, I came as quick as I could.
Stanley. You better have a bloody good explanation for getting your hands on those porn movies.
Me?
You, Petal. And don't try denying it, because my sources are very accurate.
Okay, so I have them. Just an insurance policy, love, to make sure you do the right thing by our company. We've got to keep those little bickies rolling in, don't we?
You stupid little man. I just showed Howard what I thought of his standover tactics. That's why I'm here. You honestly think I'm going to walk straight back into the same setup, don't you? Come on.
Well, it's up to you, sugar puss. If you don't want to help keep the company profits up, I may just have to sell a few of your pics to keep us solvent,
You bastard.
Lee Templar. In the flesh. Always was a good draw card. I reckon I'll make a small fortune. Especially if I hawk him around the time of your trial.
Throw that creep out.
Think about it, Lee Pops.
This has got to be the worst bout of indigestion I ever had. The whole top half's on fire.
Oh, quick, someone shove Ed in a bucket of water.
I heard that, Bobby. It'll strike you too when you're old. And maybe then you'll have more compunction for others.
What do you mean, compassion?
No, I don't. I'm not talking about lust. I'm talking about feeling people have for others. Buggers.
Oh. Looks like Marlene's got indigestion too.
Yeah, well, what did she expect? She'd just been sitting with Mary at lunch. It's time she decided what side of the fence she was on.
I don't think she has any choice though.
Well, come on, you two. Why haven't you started working yet?
Oh, because I can't function until you've hollered at me.
Oh, I'm real choked up, Brian. Now, you heard what I said. Get back to work.
It's a joke with this decrepit lot.
Oh, gee, Red, why don't you just hit us over there and put us out of our misery? Keep in practice.
Watch your mouth, Mitchell. You've been picking your teeth out of the dunny for a week.
Now, I said get back to work. That means you too, Bunny Brain. You've got extra duties, remember, so hop to it. Go on.
Down the loo.
Eating funny chocolates again, Bryant.
Warren? What do you want?
Listen, honey. If Murray's trying to get you to do something you don't want to do, you don't have to do it. You just tell me, I'll do something about it.
I don't think you can do anything about it. Thanks anyway.
Yeah, it's not just me. She's got more enemies in here than friends, you know.
Well, maybe you could fix her, Jude. But screws can get you after lockup.
It's not that about you, Brian. You'll go for anything. Go on, buzz off, Bunny Brain, before I forget I'm being nice to you. Well, come on, Brian. Stop blocking the corridor. Pee break's over.
Oh, Harry, sometimes I wonder if we'll ever be together again.
No, you mustn't let it get you down, dear. George is very confident the appeal will be successful. You'll be home again in no time at all.
I keep telling myself that, but it's so hard when I can't be with the person who's been my whole world. I feel so lost somehow.
Edna, I swear that when this whole horrible mess has been cleared up, I'll make sure that nothing will ever part us again. You know, you should ask if you can work out here in the garden. You're much better than in that depressing old laundry. With your green fingers, you could have this place looking a treat in no time.
Take a bit longer than that, I think.
Oh, I don't know, a little bit of pruning here and there, fixing a few things up. Like this oleander bush, for instance, could do with a bit of attention. Funny how such a dangerous plant can have such delicate flowers, isn't it?
Well, it's only the sap that's poisonous.
Yes, yeah, when I was a kid, a friend of mine nearly died from it. His sister used the sap to make milk for a make-believe tea party. Can you imagine that? Oh, talking about tea parties, I promised George I'd meet him at the club. 3 o'clock. I better be going. Won't be long, love. And no more goodbyes. See you soon.
Soon.
Juvenile delinquents, rotten little mongrels. They ought to be drowned at birth.
Holy hell!
Would you look at it?
Oh,
I've got these biscuits are all smashed to smithereens.
God, look, you had the same dinner I did. Well, nothing appears to be damaged.
What do you mean nothing's damaged? Look at it. Do I get my hands on the dirty little blighters?
And how come they didn't hurt the photographs?
Pop's photo was just left standing on the cabinet.
Not worth saving.
Geez, you too, eh?
Who would do something like this?
Buggered if I know.
And unfortunately, a lot of the books have been ruined.
But why? It's such a senseless act.
Don't know. Unless something of value could have been hidden there and they were trying to find it.
Drugs.
Well, could be. Although I've seen no evidence of it.
Meg, have you noticed a sort of underlying tension during the last couple of days, or is it just my imagination?
No, it's there. But I think Mary Winters caused that.
Well, thank God Myra's back. Pity she's in solitary.
Yes, for how long?
48 hours, unfortunately.
Excuse me, Governor. There's something I think you should see.
I already know about the library, Miss Ferguson.
Oh, that too. Well, actually, I came to tell you about the rec room. And several cells have had it going over as well.
Thank you, Miss Ferguson. I'll be round to inspect the damage in 10 minutes. Would you have all the women gathered in the rec room, please?
Certainly, Governor.
There'll be another nail for my coffin when the department hears about this.
And she looks like she'd be happy to nail it in.
God, it's a total wreck. Look at it. Yeah, and have a look at Maury. Quiet!
Thank you, Miss Ferguson. Would anyone care to tell me what this is about?
Well, we have no idea, Mrs. Reynolds. We're in the dark about this as much as you are.
You honestly expect me to believe that after the last few weeks? All right, ladies. The damage will be paid for from your earnings.
Oh, that's not fair for someone.
And whether the department will bother to replace equipment is in the lap of the gods. And believe me, I am not going to back for you this time.
Really done it this time, haven't you? Clean the mess up.
Jude, you gotta do something. I'm getting paroled soon. I need that money.
Well, I'm buggered if I'm going to shell out to somebody else's fun and games. You find out who did it and make them pay.
Hey, hang on. Having a go at Judy's not gonna help.
Why not? She's supposed to be filling in for Myra. Let's see her do something for a change.
Yeah, come on, Bright. Show us your stuff.
Look, I already have a pretty good idea who did it. I just want to find out why, that's all.
Oh, yeah. More like when in doubt, retreat.
I reckon. You lot better get with the strength. Bride's too busy sucking up to the screws to look after your complaints.
Oh, Mara, you're all mouth. Why don't you shut it for a change?
Listen, sweetheart, you better get cracking on that mess or you'll find out I've got fists as well.
Leave it, Lee.
Well, that goes for all of you. Well, go on, get moving. I can't watch the telly with this mess everywhere, now can I? See what's on, Reb.
Jeez, Jude, you scared me to death.
Well, you did a good job, didn't you?
Eh?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. And I think it was Maury that put you up to it, right?
I couldn't help it, Jude. They bashed hell out of me. And I couldn't take that sort of thing. I never could.
Yeah, okay, forget about that for the moment. Now, what is this you said to me before about needing protection?
It was the freak's idea, Jude. Bashing me, I mean. And I think she was in on the wrecking because she caught me at it and she never said a word. I just wish I had more guts now I got all my mates into trouble.
Well, I don't think it was meant to get your mates into trouble. I think this was meant to get Reno into trouble.
You're kidding.
I wish I was. I think the freak's gonna make a run for governor. We're gonna have to do something about that.
Oh, you're a bit early, Miss Ferguson. It still looks like a bomb hit it.
Why aren't you in there doing something about it?
I left me deputy to supervise. Pretty good afternoon's work, even if I do say so myself.
Had the desired effect. But we're going to need something a bit stronger than that if we're going to bring the walls down around the governor's ears.
Oh, yeah? Any ideas?
A solution. Wentworth is now going to have a full-scale riot. You reckon you can handle that, Winter?
No worries, Governor.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside. and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare.